All right, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Another great day. W-buy looking good here. W-buy looking pretty decent. After that penny stock yesterday, Foxo, we could see some more penny action. Foxo did pretty well here coming into the close. In the morning it was a bit choppy, but coming into the close, you started to pull away here from 50 all the way up to breaking $1. So good morning, Peter, Haddon, James. Did I trade Foxo yesterday? I did, but I think I'm break even on it. I don't think I made money on it. I did not make money on Foxo. I called it. I missed these two breakouts. Or maybe I made money, but I only was making back losses. And then, as it started to go, like, I walked away. I walked away around in here. I was like, I'm wasting my time. I don't want to be sitting here all day. So I kind of walked away somewhere in here, and then I came back. And the close, just to kind of see how the market closed up, and Foxo had made a nice move here. So hopefully somebody got this here into the close. Now W-buy, similar price. That's also now curling up. Very nice dip here to 32 cents. I had this trend line drawn from a while ago, so it looks like it respected it perfectly. I'm not sure. Maybe it was this level. Yeah, it looks like this was this previous topping tail. So W-buy, similar price. Maybe similar float. I think it might be a bigger float here on W-buy. Yeah, shows the power of holding. Definitely shows the power of holding. LB, good morning. Peter, good morning. Alejandro, good morning. Welcome in. So W-buy, is he going to give us something today? What's the actual float? I know Foxo is pretty small. Let's check out Foxo just to have a comparison. Foxo was 12 million for a penny stock. W-buy is going to come in at 49 million. So definitely bigger by a factor of 2 or 3. Then Foxo, do I think this is going to go to $1? It's going to be harder for this one to go to $1 than Foxo because of the bigger supply. It's going to need a lot more volume to offset that supply. So maybe we do see it if we do get major volume. Otherwise, maybe 50 cents would be a good target here for W-buy. GNLN moving. Hawk, good morning, welcome in. So I'll keep W-buy here on the watch list. GNLN, let's take a look. GNLN. Doesn't look like a very clean pre-market chart, but doesn't mean it can't still open up. Let's see. Yeah, this is crazy. So we closed at 156, and then we opened at 320, popped up, and then rejected. It's never good when you see a closing price of one candle for the 1 minute candle, closed at 56, and then the next second opens at 320, so 30-cent jump. That's never good, never a good sign. Usually means there's not enough volume. But GNLN, do we have news? What's the float on it? 650K float. Announces exclusive distribution agreement with Strips Tech Corp to distribute Safety Strips Tech Corp fentanyl drink spike fentanyl drink spike detection test strips. So it looks like they're going to be distributing fentanyl drink spike detection test strips. That's a lot, but yes, that's pretty good news here. Looks like we're curling back up. Let's just throw off some shares here. Just see what the hell happens. Small share size, 50 shares. Let's see if we can get the breakout at 356. Selling on the ask here. Nope, not yet. Maybe a little bit too early there. Maybe I'll add. I could add here on this dip. Definitely want to give this one some room. Got to bounce here. I saw 317. I had to cut it. Man, that's a shame. Of course, I cut at the low. Classic. Small share size. Not going to matter at the end of the day, but just trying to get some warm-up trades. GNLN. Is it going to go now? Ah, man. It's tough because I was in at 44 and I see 317 on the bid. Like, that's a little bit too much to be holding almost 30 cents in the red. And now we're back up. So now for me to get back in, I don't know. It's a good shot. It's a good shot. ATCH breaking out too. ATCH, penny stock. ATCH. 15.1 million share float here on ATCH. Do we have news? Looks like we don't have news that I see. Let me put GNLN on the side chart as well. Man, GNLN, man. Disappointed. It's still consolidating too. It still didn't even break out. All right. ATCH. So no news. Oh man, I'm in my retirement account too. So I guess whatever. MDJH, it's a third account. I mean, the third account. MDGH is the third leading gapper here. This one, man, there's a lot of penny stocks, man. We're in a penny stock craze. How do you deal with frustration after doing sideways for, let's say, 3 months? Hey, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Past couple of months have been rough. I mean, I'm green on the month, but definitely not as big as I would like it, as big as the previous first, 6 months of the year. But yeah, I mean, how do I deal with it? Well, first you got to stop the bleeding. First you have to, if you're on a red streak, then you have to stop the bleeding. And it's usually good to size down until you can kind of turn it around and start seeing some green days. And I just remember that the market, the nuances of the market are always changing. So for 1 week or 2 weeks, yeah, you may be in a bad stretch, maybe even a month, but eventually the market's going to change. And I think for the most part, it's best not to get frustrated and just kind of wait it out and try, in the meantime, just trying to pivot as much as possible to adapt. But if you can't adapt to the current market, usually just sizing down, minimizing your risk, and waiting it out, usually it kind of just blows over and the market changes again. So here's GNLN. Man, it still didn't break out. I'm very surprised that we didn't see at least a pop here, at least by a penny, over 356. Very disappointed in this one. Very disappointed in this one. It looked good. We had good volume here in this candle. At least I cut my loss and didn't add. Thought GNLN would have been good. 650K float. I thought this thing would have flew. You know, I thought the risk reward was good. You know, I risked 30 cents, but with a 600K float, you know, this thing could have ripped $1, just teleported $1 a share on a breakout because the supply is so small. I've seen it so many times. So, you know, I'm risking 30 cents. I think that was fine. More than 30 cents has just been a problem. Like if I'm risking, you know, 50 cents or $1, then it starts to get too much. The spread's definitely wider on this one. For a $3 stock, we're seeing a 5-cent spread. That's insane. Usually a 5-cent spread, you know, you'll see around like $10 stock, but $3 stock, you know, it should be tighter. The reason it's not tight is because the float's small. Looks like the volume, I mean, its volume's decent, I guess, but I guess mostly it's because the float's small. That the market makers just don't have enough shares to make the market, you know, thicker. So it's very thin. What I mean by thin is like the orders on the level 2 aren't big. They're thin. So price can move very, very fast. It can be very volatile. You can get a lot of slippage because the price that you want to get, there's not enough shares to fill you. So you may get some slippage on the stock like this. But on the plus side, because it's thin, the moves to the upside could also be very dramatic. That's why I said, like, you know, risking 30 cents on this is fine if the potential reward is like $1. Because this thing is something like this could just teleport. 0.3 average here. Are you talking about ATCH? Yeah, nice. So what do I like here? .3 average, is that on WBuy or ATCH? ATCH, I assume. We had a good 600 mover yesterday. FOMO and penny stocks right now. Yeah, FOMO and penny stocks. Penny stocks are hit or miss for me. Sometimes like I'm really, really dialed in on a penny stock, and sometimes I'm not. Foxo, I wasn't. Maybe WBuy could be different. On Foxo, there were so many times where the spread opened up to over a cent a share. Over 1 cent a share spread on Foxo sometimes. And I was sending a market order and I was just getting obliterated. That happened multiple times. CYN, I know this one. I've traded this before. Actually, I like CYN. This one looks decent. The news, company reported better than Q3 earnings per share result, announced progress to its proprietary computer vision technology for industrial autonomous machines built on NVIDIA accelerated computing. I think it's pretty decent news. CYN, this has a history of making big moves, I know, because I've traded it before. 2 million share float. 2 million share of float. Holding a decent pre-market level. I think this ticks a lot of our boxes here. Man, as far as levels here, this is very difficult to kind of read here. Very difficult. A lot of topping tails, but it definitely has a history of not holding its highs, but it has a history of at least making moves. A lot of topping tails. You know, this, look at this. Look at this. 12 to 28 in pre-market at the open, just decimating all the way back down. Round trip in one day from 12 to 28. That is nasty. Here, it looks like we held some highs here on this day. On day 2, kind of holding highs, consolidating here off the previous high. So maybe we see something more like that. That would be nice. I do not want to see something like this because, you know, you try to buy a consolidation and before you know it, this thing's just falling through. So we don't want that. Hopefully we see something more like these types of days. But anyways, we're going to want to see a move here, there. Let's see somewhere in my rough kind of levels there. But I think CYN could be good. We're holding not too far off of highs. As far as our intraday levels, $6 is going to be key. If we can break through 6, then 640 is definitely a good possibility. And we want to stay above this support here above 5. So we want to stay above this range, forming higher lows and inching towards 6. If we can break 6, I think it would look good. So we got about 5 minutes. As you guys are tuning into your own trading, make sure you drop that like, subscribe if you're new. Haddon James entered GNLN at 320. What is your stop loss here on GNLN? Getting closer to the open. I know Thinkorswim can get kind of iffy with buying and selling within 5 minutes before the open. Sometimes it's, I don't know, WBuy looks good too. WBuy looks good. I think WBuy could be our penny stock our penny stock grinder for the day. So WBuy and I don't even have on my watch list. CYN. Side chart, ATCH, GNLN, FOXO on the side chart. MDJH on the side chart. Plus 98 for Morgan on WBuy. Nice. There you go. Nothing at the open for North Sale. Gonna set back for 10 to 15 minutes. I think it's a good idea. Put the chart on GN. Not feeling the chart on GNLN yet. Yeah, I'm not feeling GNLN. I don't know. This one seems very volatile. I already took a 30-cent loss on it. 30 cents on $3 is a lot. It's going to be a volatile one. WBuy and CYN, I like the best. I think CYN could be a sleeper here. Nobody's kind of has it on their radar, but I have a feeling that this thing starts to curl. This one can catch people by surprise. Everyone's kind of looking at WBuy and GNLN. So if WBuy doesn't really just open up at the gates, then I think CYN would be next. ATCH, I don't think is looking good right now. All right, so follow your rules, guys. Follow your risk management. It's not overtrade. I don't know if it's even a hot market yet. I mean, it's kind of a warm market, not hot, but it's warm. got opportunity, so it's just important not to give it back, you know. Just got to hold on to some of those gains by the end of the day and compound those gains over time. That's what it's about. So 2 minutes. Good luck. You guys know what to do, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.